Yeah, hello. As Mr. Albrecht already mentioned, I'm Timo Hinrichs. I'm working at Clean Logistics on funding and business development topics, and I'm happy to give you a short introduction about the things we do. So, yeah, Clean Logistics started as a joint venture out of two companies. On the one hand, it's the Harry AG, Harry AG and the Höpen, and Harry as a transport company and Höpen as a family office with huge expertise in alternative drives. Yeah, after a few evolutionary steps, I would say we are now arrived at Clean Logistics SE, and our main target is still the same since the beginning. We want to establish standard processes for the conversion of heavy-duty vehicles. So we convert from diesel to hydrogen, and we do it with fuel cells. And our aim is to do it in a big scale. Yeah, I always like to start with this overview to remember all of us in which framework we found ourselves. On this slide, you see the CO2 emissions by sectors in Germany. And I want to light up the blue line that shows us the CO2 emissions of the mobility sector. And it shows us also that we have not achieved any correction of the emissions in the mobility sector since 1990. And yeah, we know 1990 was the point where Kyoto started and where the joint activity to reduce CO2 started. And now we have to say, after 30 lost years, we only have now 10 years left to reach our goals. Yeah, we have to do something. Time for action. The latest political development has resulted in even reduction goals. Today, we talk about 48% of reduction to 2030. And yeah, this means that we need a lot of trucks. We're focusing on trucks to achieve that goal. We talk about 250,000 heavy-duty trucks till 2030 that have to be emission-free. Yeah, we talk about heavy-duty trucks, as I said, because they have a huge impact. So if we remember the reduction goals till 2030, it's very important that we look at those options that are really helping us. And we see that the class of 40-ton trucks have a relatively low share, but this vehicle class is responsible for about 45% of the CO2 emissions of the utility vehicles. So that's why we think it makes a lot of sense to focus on the heavy-duty trucks in the first step, because we achieve a huge impact on the CO2 emissions by converting these trucks to zero emission. Why we talk about conversion, I will tell you a little bit later. Yeah, but the problem is that there are almost no trucks available in the market. And so we have a huge demand, I would say, a huge demand which is political, but also a huge demand from the market. And this demand is now, not in 2030. I will tell you a little bit more about it. We see that many transport companies would already like to get trucks to offer green transfers if they could, but actually they can't because there are no trucks available. The pressure of the transport companies results from the expectations of the customers, who in turn want to stand out from the competition with green transports. This exactly is, by the way, the reason why the Harry AG, one of our main shareholders, stepped in this topic, because they tried to get emission-free trucks, but they failed. There was just nothing available in the existing markets, and so they started to think about different solutions, different approaches. Yeah, and also many companies would like to reduce their carbon footprint with green transports, because it is most of the time more costly for them to to use green transports instead of using other reduction potentials in their companies. Yeah, and why hydrogen? Why not other technical solutions? We are convinced that fuel cells are the best solution for green energy supply and for buses and trucks, for heavy duty sector. With fossil gas, we still have CO2 emissions, a little bit lower, but we still have them. And we only achieve a low efficiency through combustion. And also, prospectively, we don't have a lot of tank options available. The battery is emission-free, sure, but it still has some disadvantages if we compare it with the fuel cell technology. So we have a shorter range, less payload, which is very important for our customers, because with the payload they earn their money, and the payload is definitely less because of the heavy batteries, and also sure not to forget the longer charging times. We already heard it. We can fulfill a fuel cell truck in like 10 to 15 minutes. Yeah, there are certainly further developments possible in the battery technology, but we see the highest potential in the fuel cell technology. If we look at the entire future system, this is also already mentioned, then we need hydrogen anyway for sector coupling and also for the green global energy market. So we have hydrogen anyway. So there is no question about, do we really need to produce green hydrogen? We will have it in our future energy system. Yeah, now I come to our, I would say, the main product actually. We are currently developing a conversion module. As I mentioned, we converted. So it's not a completely new truck. It's a truck which is a few years old. And yeah, I would say that the first life is over, and now we give this dirty truck a new second life, which is a clean life. And yeah, we're removing really all the diesel components and implement a hydrogen tank, which is here green, a battery, which is here yellow, the fuel cells in the front, which is blue, and yeah, then a lot of accessories, and not to forget the rear axle drive. Conversion has some big advantages. We achieve a higher CO2 reduction compared to new trucks, because we don't have to build a completely new truck, which is reduction one. We take one emitting truck off the road by giving him a second life, reduction two. And we save CO2 by not disposing the whole truck, which is reduction three. With conversions, we improve the resource efficiency and follow also the principle of circular economy, which is also a very strong goal of the national sustainability strategy. So we're not only focusing on the greenhouse gas reduction, we also focus on these topics. We have another product, which is the hybrid bus. Actually, we can offer a conversion for 12-meter buses. It's a Daimler Citaro bus, which is 12-meter. And the key technology that we use in this product is quite similar to the truck. Yeah. The next step, I want to talk a little bit of the economic perspective. Due to the very good subsidy conditions in Germany, the capex is not that much more expensive than a diesel truck. Currently, the challenge lies more in the OPEX costs. In terms of OPEX costs, fuel cell trucks have many advantages: longer service life, less wear and tear, toll exemption, and also by falling capex costs. The diesel truck will increase in its OPEX costs, that's for sure. The next years, we will have rising CO2 taxes and also increasing toll. The key is the fuel price. This is something we already heard today. Actually, the hydrogen is with €9.50 at the fueling station way too expensive. But we are also sure that the price will go down in the next couple of years, and we expect a strong convergence in the course of 2023 to 2024, so that the TCO of the diesel and fuel cell trucks will at the same level. Yeah, our rollout, we will start to convert DAF VXF from summer 2022 and start to convert Mercedes Actros in the autumn of next year. We will scale up our capacity by using conversion networks of partner companies, but we also expand our own capacity to convert trucks. And this will gonna be happen in the next year, in the year of 2023. We will deliver the first trucks to our customers in the end of next year. Yeah, that was my part. And so I'm open for questions if you have one.